Okay, so we are back to talk about how we became the Amateurs Abroad. So, if you've listened so far, you can kind of see how the process went for me buying a house in Italy, my dream house in Italy, and then how did we take that jump from me buying a house to us being on social media, which, as you know, I am not the person to be on social media at all, so everyone is shocked about it. But I keep getting asked the same questions, and so many people want to know things and want information, and I would see the wrong information being given, and that was frustrating because, look, this is a dream as it is. You don't need to make the dream even better. Like, it's plenty good. You don't need to exaggerate. So I wanted, and this is also from my perspective. Like, some people may have a $20 electric bill and just super happy, but that's not going to be the case. And so I want people to know what they're really getting in for. It's still really a great dream and a great life, but you want to know what, because you don't want it tainted at all. So then I started talking to you about, I was trying to beg you to retire early.
Yeah, I'm like, I still have lots of time.
Yeah. Because I'm like, wait, 8 years? Because so with you being a teacher, you have to do a certain amount of years and then you get like a pension.
Yes.
And you have 8 years
Or
left.
your full amount. Like
okay.
you can retire earlier, but then you've got like minimum. It's like Social Security. You get the minimum amount at a certain age, and if you wait like 2 or 3 more years, you could get like double that. Not really double, but yeah.
So 8 years. So we're really going into 8 years. So we're at 7 almost, right?
Okay.
So, and then you can retire with your full benefits, and so. But you may just decide the cost of living's okay and you don't need to wait.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, right?
We'll see how it goes. I mean, everything takes so long there anyway. It may be 8 years before everything's done and we're settled. So
I'm excited though to see this summer, like how laid back it is. Like, is it gonna bore the heck out of me, or am I gonna be like, oh, I love this?
Right, but the summer is when a lot of people, they have their vacations homes are just summer homes. So the times that I've seen it, it's been like a quieter town. So I'm also interested in like, okay, what's the liveliness? Because I was fine with it the way it is because I didn't want anything touristy. I wanted something really community. And so I hope it still feels community over the summer. But we're also going to get to go to like all these other beach towns and travel more because I really haven't traveled around the island that much. I mean, I've gone to Palermo and Catania and Agrigento, but all the things you see online stuff, I'm like, ooh, that's a nice beach. And the White Lotus filmed at Cefalù. So that would be fun to see too.
And we watched the Stanley Tucci.
The cooking thing. What was it? Something Italy. Whatever. Discovering Italy or something like that.
Discovering Italy with Stanley Tucci? Is that
something like that? I think so. But
although do not watch that in a marathon mode because you get hungry.
Yeah. And can I tell you how angry I was when I came back, and you know this too, because I'm like, I can't eat anything anymore because I got a real, personal size Italian pizza made by Italians with Italian ingredients in an Italian brick oven for €5, and then I come here and get a DiGiorno for $6.77. And I was like, come on, this is not even the same. And it's just so frustrating.
I think for like the first time we were with you, not in a foreign country, you kept pricing out our meals. Okay, in Italy, that would cost.
It was and then I was like, there's nothing sounds good to me. Like nothing sounds good. I can never eat again. It was like,
And I didn't get the whole like every time we talk, you're like, oh, I had some pizza today. Oh, I had pizza today. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you guys not feel like,
Yeah.
But then I had pizza when we were on vacation. I'm like, I could have pizza every day.
Yes.
It's just different.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's completely different because it's not, it's hard to, like the bread's different, like the flour's different. They harvest it different. So it's all, it's just so yummy. But you can have it every day, and they have it like twice a week themselves. If not that pasta, like you're having. But the thing is, when the first trip I went on, I was gone for 10 days and I lost 4 pounds, and I wasn't like walking around like crazy or anything. I wasn't having preservatives, and I was eating good things, and I was just normal walking, and so I was like, okay. But then when we went on vacation, I did not lose weight because I was eating like I was on vacation. And then
we had gelato every single day.
So. Yes, that is called eating on vacation. Didn't you get the brochure on that part? So, but this is not vacation, so we will not be having it every day, but it was an everyday have to thing. So,
yes.
So yeah, I'm excited to see without the preservatives for 2 full months and good ingredients. I don't think I'll ever be able to eat again back in. And I'd also say, you'd say, oh, we're having pizza night. I'm like, oh, American pizza? You're having American pizza?
I know. Such a snob already.
I know.
Like, no,
so
I'm good.
looking forward to that. I'm like, and plus I have to lose weight because I have been like anxious eating, not stress eating, but just anxious. I'm like anxious for the trip, anxious to get there, anxious for the construction stuff going back and forth. So for sure I'll lose weight for that. And then I will weigh myself at the beginning. I'm not going to share the number, but I'll share the difference between the numbers when we get back. But because of that, we thought, okay, you do want to retire and spend time together and travel and do the same things that I want to do.
Yeah.
And so why don't we start documenting this? And so then we were like, well, you know, what do we call ourselves and what it'll be? And then we're going to be doing a lot of DIY projects over at the church house and also at the Lemon House, for sure, at the Lemon House. But we're going to be doing, and you love that. I love that. I also love knowing my limitations and not doing stuff I don't want to do. Like, I mean,
or we shouldn't do.
Right, true. Yeah, that's the limitations part. But I've painted kitchen cabinets twice. I don't need to do that again. Like, I just don't need to do that. You know, I've done my time. And so if I can hire someone to do something, great. But I want to do the fun things. Although the Lemon House, we're going to do a little bit more construction than fun. But that's just to kind of get it moving. But
the added touches that make it unique and nice.
The personal stuff. Yeah, the personal stuff. And so then we started talking about like what names and stuff. And we're like, you know, we're total amateurs at this anyway. I'm like, oh my God, amateurs abroad, because we're going abroad. We're going to see what we can do. And if we say we're amateurs, everyone believe, like, we already legally have protected ourselves for anyone trying to do the things that we've done.
Right, like, we told you, we don't know what we're doing.
Front, we're clueless. I'm sure Clueless Abroad was probably taken, but Amateurs Abroad was
it had the
good,
same ring to it, but...
It did not, no. And I could say also we're going to an AA meeting when we're going to Amateurs Abroad meeting.
She did that for a while, and we're like, you gotta stop calling it the AA.
You can't call it AA, yeah. So, no, so then because you haven't been there and you weren't involved in the process of purchasing and stuff, that's why I've been doing all the Instagram and TikTok and all that. But this summer, you're going to get to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to what you're going to do with, well, I don't have a kitchen currently, but when I get a kitchen, you will be trying to create some of the Italian meals and do like simple step. I mean, they do amazing things with 5 ingredients, so no pressure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some pasta. No problem at all. It's all good.
You know.
The nice thing is though, it could look really pretty, but if it tastes really bad, I'll just say, look, it looks so good.
Yes. And just throw in a like, where bon appetito, and then we'll be like, yes, it was so good. So yeah.
Yes.
No, so we'll do this summer. We're gonna do cooking stuff. We're gonna do DIY stuff. We're gonna show the construction things because I think 2 of the 4 bathrooms may be done when we're there. There will not be a kitchen, and I'm having a main kitchen and then downstairs a kitchenette. Yeah.
Super excited about that.
I know, but the appliances are supposed to be delivering this week, so we should have a refrigerator. So I think if we have a refrigerator and I get a microwave, there's one room that has kind of like a wet bar. Well, what will be a wet bar, but now it's going to be a wet bar a lot earlier.
Right.
That we could then have we'll have a refrigerator and a microwave, and then we'll just, I mean, it's not going to suck eating out, I can tell you that. So,
right.
Nor is it expensive. When I went the first time, when I was gone the 10 days, I charged everything on, or used my debit card on everything, and it was $140 for 10 days eating out everything. And also that included going to the grocery store too. It included going to the grocery store. So it will be very good and such good ingredients. So, yeah.
But
so
just to recap, there's no beds. Well, there's mattresses and beds in boxes.
But the mattresses also are in they're the kind that have to puff up.
So they have to like puff 48
up for 48 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
and
there are mattresses.
There's beds that need to be assembled.
Yes, there are frames.
There's closets. No, there's closets that need to be assembled.
Yeah. Assembled. Well,
There's no
I do have
kitchen.
an armoire, so we can put stuff in the armoire.
Oh,
But your room and my room both have kitchens or closets to put together.
yes.
Right.
So the
Okay.
first few days, we're gonna have a heck of a time.
Also, by the way, we don't have like towels or
Pillows.
pillows or sheets. Yeah.
Sheets.
Yeah. I have some sheets, but I don't think the sheets that I have match the ones that
I
the
mean, at
frames
this
are
point,
there.
it's just kind of lie the sheet over the top of the bed and
I mean,
lie
if
on.
you heard the voice messages that I left you, at that point I would have just wanted a couch to lay on. So I think any surface. Although, so all the furnishings are at the contractor's warehouse. So because my street is so narrow, they couldn't deliver to my street. And this is the Lemon House; they can deliver just fine. But my house was on an older part, and so it's more narrow. I guess just a horse needed to get through it before. So there's I have to get a smaller truck to come through, and so I contacted the guy that helped me last time, Franco, and he's like, yeah, I could do it, but it's supposed to rain that day, so I don't know if we're actually gonna have furniture at all.
So are these more of the initial signs of? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a much different story last week.
These are our problems. We're going to Italy. Right. You poor thing. You don't have a kitchen. You'll make it. Yeah.
Yes.
You have to eat out.
I know. But I really like somewhere to lay my head down.
I know. Like, we're of the age that we need something soft, not a hard marble floor.
Oh, yeah, and after 17 hours of travel, and then, so we're traveling and taking the train, and then a guy that I'm renting a car from that I don't think is an actual car rental company is going to pick us up. And then, we'll have that car, but we won't be in there till like 1, and that's the lunchtime. So we're going to get there at the close time.
So all of our children, too, just for everyone listening, have instructed us to keep our location trackers on at all times.
So opposite. Like, you tell your teenagers, leave your location on so I can find you, and now we're being located.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're going to track us. Whatever. They can't do anything. But, like, I know that's where my mom's body is, but if it gives them peace of mind, fine. But, yeah, so hopefully, the grocery stores are open at the lunchtime, so we can go and get something. And then there are places to eat that you can eat. Not like the restaurants aren't open, but like places that people would eat, like a thing. So we can do that, and I'll just drive you around the town so you can see it. And then, there you go. And you can start.
That also frightens me though, that you're going to drive me around the town. Because I'm sorry, but when we went to Rome and Florence and Venice, well, not Venice because we didn't drive, but I just closed my eyes the whole time when the actual Italian people were driving.
Right. Oh, you'll be closing your eyes a lot.
I'm just gonna self-medicate when you're driving. I don't know.
Last time when I was there for 2 weeks, the first week I couldn't figure out why my muscles were so sore. Everything was so sore. I'm like, I've been on the plane long enough. How I was tensed up the whole time because I just don't know what's going around the corner. And also, like, I'd ask the translator, I'm like, how do you know that this is a one-way street? She's like, oh, you just know. Oh, okay. There's also no stoplights in my town. There's stop signs, but no stoplights. But there's also intersections with no stop sign. So I would ask her, okay, who has the right of way here? She goes, when you get there.
Whoever. And we've seen that though in driving in Rome. You're like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, like I don't know, like who gets tagged in next, But
right.
I got better at it. I definitely got better at parking wherever I flipping wanted to, and because
except for the time you ran into the pole.
That was your brother's fault. It was your brother's fault, not mine. And I rolled back. It didn't stick into gear when I was doing my 27-point turn to come back down this windy thing that he said would go through, which it didn't go through. And it gently kissed the side of a building, and that gentle kiss was €525, and thank goodness I had the insurance. So, yeah.
So if you are renting a car the traditional route, make sure you get the insurance.
Yes, and the insurance was way cheaper than it is in the States, too. So, yeah, way cheaper. Hopefully the guy's not listening that I'm borrowing his car for the summer or whatever. But, But when you see, like, everyone seems to bump into each other and nothing happens. So, and I never saw an accident when I was there. Never. And
No.
there's no, like, they just know how to do it. I got more comfortable on knowing which ones were one way. But the ones that are two way, there's no two cars fitting in anything.
No.
So, no. There's some, like, on the outskirts. So I would drive on the outskirts and then, like, dive into where my house was. But I was tensed up the whole time. And then the second week, I was like, whatever. But my biggest nervous part was I'm going to come up head to head to someone and backing up. I spent probably a fourth of my time backing up driving just because someone's there and you're just backing up. And then I'm hoping, please don't be anyone coming around the corner when I'm backing up. And it's like, and then who has a backup right of way? And there's a certain rule, but it doesn't always go with the, like, up the hill, down the hill rule. And so, yeah, that you'll definitely have a problem with me driving, for sure.
Okay. I'm like, I'm not driving. I thought you mean I'm
driving. No. You're going to have a problem. Like, you're going to be, you get car sick anyway. Like, you're going to have a problem.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, no. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I remember you asking me, you're like, so are you going to get, like, your international driver's license? No. Are you going to drive there? Why would I do that?
You know, David didn't drive there, but he didn't say he wouldn't. I think it was just the car was rented in my name, but he didn't drive there at all. And Sean sure didn't.
I feel there are just not enough rules happening.
Yeah.
And I'm a rule follower. And there's no rules as to whose turn it is, when you turn.
They have like 3,000 different kind of street signs, traffic signs.
Right.
Yeah. And so I did look up, like, the top 20 before I drove, so I'd have... But there's some signs that, like, stop, don't go. Those are very aggressive signs, but there's also friendly-looking signs, but what the friendly-looking sign says is, like, pedestrians only, or only enter this zone with a permit, and I'm like, you know, you don't know that, and there's not time to take a picture and translate it, so...
Right.
You'll be the co-pilot in charge of that stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Car sick. Bless you.
Thank you.
So, hopefully I will not vomit while driving with you.
Right. You get a kitchen.
We get a kitchen. I have packed a lot of Dramamine, so...
Okay, good.
We're really good on that front.
We need to see if that's available on Amazon Prime, too.
Right?
Because, Amazon does deliver there, but it's Amazon.it for Italy, so... And they don't have the full amount of stuff that we have. Like, they aren't into it as much, so, yeah.
We have to look in...
Go ahead.
We have to look in to see if our Prime works in Italy, too.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's got to be on the list. But I think that why we're doing the Amateurs Broad, too, is that, look, we're regular people. We're not, like, supermodels with boyfriends that moved over to Italy and, like, don't do anything all day. And great for them. Good job. Wish I had done that in my 20s. But that's just not our reality. And I think that so many people are at the chapter in their life, they're like, what's next? Like, what am I waiting for before I do everything? And part of me buying there was, look, I want to do a lot of travel, and I have probably 17 good summers that I know my hips and knees and everything's going to work. And that's a lot of travel and a lot of things. And I have more than 17 places I want to see. And so this has opened up the whole world. And totally it makes it for... there's so many opportunities. Even if I never leave Italy, I just travel there. It's way more. So it's a definitely exciting chapter. And I hope a lot of people, and you know, the feedback I've gotten on the TikTok stuff and Instagram is that, like, this is something a lot of people are really thinking about doing and how to do it. And, you know, if you have a husband or a partner to go through it with you, super. Like, that would be great to have a partner in crime. I've got you, but, you know. But
well, that didn't seem as exciting.
I know. You know,
I've got you.
Okay, I've got you, and I'll find my Italian, you know, cabana boy. But but yeah.
Although it's funny that a lot of people are like, "Oh, you'll find your husband." I'm like, why is that the first reaction? Like, I'm good.
And look, I didn't make it this far to take care of an old man. Okay, I don't need to do that. So. But I'm in contact with women that are single, looking for stuff our age there, and hopefully we just make, like, a tribe of Golden Girls. By the way, did you know Golden Girls were all in their 50s, when they made that?
Yeah.
So, So, that would be fun. I think that would be good. So hopefully everyone follows us on our adventures in Amateurs Abroad. And we're going
when we are sleep deprived and we are hungry, we could be a hoot.
Yes. Yeah. It's not pretty. We'll try to put makeup on when we can.
Right,
We'll save you from that. But yeah, so we'll be in Madrid for a couple days, and we'll post some things there, and then we will get to the house, and we'll make sure to record the experience of seeing whatever's done and post that on TikTok and Instagram. So watch us there, and then we will do some podcasts from there too, so everyone can hear about the shenanigans.
Right.
Yeah, we should have named it Shenanigans Abroad.
Shenanigans Abroad. That would have been cool.
I know, but it's again the lawsuit. We had to make sure we said we're amateurs.
So. But now we'll just have side conversations of shenanigans.
Yes. Okay, so follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and we're on Facebook too. But and then definitely subscribe on YouTube. So subscribe on YouTube, and then you will get all these podcasts that we do. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.